Hello and welcome to Getting Into It. I'm your host, Kobe Powell, and today I'm joined by a beautifully talented artist with an even prettier sense of humor. Please welcome to the show, Sami Black. I was going to say that you had a disgusting, rotted sense of humor.
I can depict that on camera if you would like me to. Yes,
of course
absolutely.
You can. Of course you can.
Disgusting animal.
Welcome to the show. This set looks different than it usually does. And I know what you may be thinking. You're thinking why? And that is because you have an interesting topic today. But the topic I've brought is charcuterie.
Cheese and meat.
I've made a charcuterie board. That is normal salami, hot salami, normal provolone, hot provolone, prosciutto.
Got it.
Great.
What makes them hot?
I don't know. You can tell which one's hot because it's more red than the other ones.
Yeah, okay. The red 40.
Sami, the first segment we'll be doing today is called Some Things to Get Into, okay? Oh. Where I share some fun facts about you that I've dug up through rigorous research. Okay?
Okay.
Are you prepared?
I'm prepared.
You were born on Mean Girls Day.
I was born on Mean Girls Day.
How has that affected you?
Well, when I first discovered that I was born on Mean Girls Day, I had to watch Mean Girls. Mm-hmm. So I found out before I watched Mean Girls.
Right.
I feel like it's inflated my ego drastically.
Perfect. Yeah. Do you think it's made you into a mean girl or no?
I think I'm a very hateful girl. Not mean, but
if you
hateful.
had to be any character, who would it be and why is it Janice?
Oh, God. Who's that alt girl in Mean Girls?
Janice.
You're
Janice. I'm
Janice.
Damien.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You're from Corinth, Texas.
Corinth, Texas? Yes, my origin is Corinth, Texas, Perfect. But I align myself with Denton, Texas.
Denton, because that's where you went to school, Northwest High.
No, that's just in Texas.
What?
Yes. There's
three Texas places?
Yes, well, it's Central Texas. Sorry, so you got Corinth, Texas. So I was born in Louisville. Right. Irving area, okay? And then we moved to a house in Corinth, and then my parents got separated, and then my mom moved to Justin. My dad moved to Justin for some time, and then he went back to Denton, and then I started living in an apartment complex in Roanoke, and then I finally found myself in Denton right before I moved to Florida.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So you're from Texas.
I'm from Texas.
You're from
the Central Metroplex area.
Texas.
Yes.
But you went to Northwest High School.
I did go to
Go Texans.
High School. Go Texans.
Tell me about school. How was school for you?
I wasn't really popular. I was in the theater department. So, everybody kind of knew about the theater kids.
You have to also eat.
I have to also eat.
I'm going to eat.
Sorry. I'm just too busy yapping. So, yes, I was a theater kid. I still do align myself with theater.
Nice.
But, yeah, it was like people knew of me, but they didn't really know me. And that's okay.
I also went to theater, but everyone knew who I was.
I'm sure they
Sorry.
How you give that energy?
Well, I grew up in a really, really, really small town, and if you did anything that wasn't like if you did sports or something that wasn't just like keeping your head down and shutting up, people knew who you were. And I did community theater too, not just in school.
Oh, I love community
And so
theater.
People were like, "Oh, you were that boy in that dress whenever you did that Matilda show. You were the Miss Trunchable."
I was also the cross-dresser at Northwest High School. Yeah, so I played Hades in Eurydice, or
nice.
the Interesting Man. So.
I was a fat gay guy with accent in all shows. I played
fat
Oaken.
Girl with accent.
Nice.
Fat girl with accent.
I was Oaken in Frozen.
Oh, okay.
Miss Trunchbull and Matilda.
Okay.
I was Mr. Wiesel, however you say his name, and the Jewish barkeep in Newsies. Just great things. Yeah, I've had
You're not Jewish though, are you?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
It's a mindset.
Culturally, yes. I love falsettos, and I watch falsettos all the time. And yeah, okay, that's it.
Yeah. Falsettos.
Are you ready to get into your getting into it?
Yeah.
Okay, you had the audacity to get your own canvas. Why don't we both paint separate?
Yeah,
canvas?
you know what?
Okay.
Let's do that.
You had the audacity to introduce something that no one's ever done on the show before in the 12 episodes by the time this comes out, which is an original idea, which is incredible.
Oh, I'm honored. Oh. I'm original.
You were like, why don't we paint things? Because you're an artist.
Yes.
I'm unintentionally doing like an artist series right now. Everyone that I'm having on is an artist.
Right.
I just filmed one with Casey. And she made me that.
Oh,
well, she made
beautiful.
it, and then she has a print of it, and she gifted it to me. It's a Velocicoaster because she loves roller coasters.
She did a really good job.
She does a really, really great job.
She did photorealistic stuff.
That's like color pencil too.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's sick. I thought they were pastels. That's nice.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
And there's everyone that I'm having on are like I just had Courtney on, and she made that
That's so
with
sick.
Expo markers, and like that's my handwriting, and she like did it. Which is crazy to me. And she also wrote that. She was here.
Courtney was here.
Courtney was there. But yeah, and so you were doing a paint and sip.
A little paint and sip.
While we talk. So that's your topic.
Absolutely.
Is art.
It's art.
Okay, where are the brushes? Oh, they're right there. Okay, well, why don't we paint?
Why don't we get into it?
And what? You know what? Let's get into it.
Okay.
With Kobe Powell.
So the first color I think is just a staple is white.
Perfect.
So that's a very attractive sound.
So that
We're
was
gonna get
disgusting.
a fuller white, yeah.
Fully on microphone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Did you guys like that? We
Did
can
you
do
guys
it
get
again.
that? We can do ASMR.
We can do that again.
We can do ASMR. The meat and cheese being so close to the paint. I know it's safe, but it scares me.
It's non-toxic. It tastes like chalk. It's phenomenal. I have tasted the paint before with my paint water. It is fantastic.
Have you drank paint water?
I have because I put my water cup very closely to the paint cup, took a full swig, and then realized, oh, that doesn't taste like water I want.
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe not.
But it wasn't that bad.
Not really, no. I mean, like,
paint water.
Not today, but
I probably
eventually.
have actually.
That's a warning. It's a warning.
Oh my god.
Okay. I got my colors. You can pick a color. You can put them on there. All this paint is dried. Yes, white. So with white, it acts as a paint thickener. So when you put just like blue or purple, like the colors I put on there now, straight onto the canvas, you can still see the canvas through the actual color. So you mix white with those colors so that they're more opaque.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's dried and what's real?
These are real.
Okay.
Everything else is dry. Everything else is dry.
I was like, what's what? Sorry, let me put all my devices on do not
Cleaning a palette is not my forte. No. Okay. I think it looks really cool once I'm done with the painting, and then I just kind of like look at it.
It's like its own piece of art.
Exactly.
Can I try this on? Does it need to be dry?
You can use the rim of the cup, or you can just beat the devil out of it like Bob Ross does.
Okay. So did you? Oh yeah, because he was like.
Yep.
How did you get into art?
I liked art from a very young age. I think in middle school is where I started really getting serious about it. I saw so many creative people in Texas, and they just kind of, I don't know, Disney, like those animated films. I really liked the way that the characters looked, specifically in the Renaissance era.
Yeah.
My favorite movie.
Thank you, Michael Eisner. Everyone say thank you, Michael Eisner.
Meisel Eisner.
Meisel Eisner. Thank you, Meisner Eisner.
Meisner Eisner.
Yeah.
Princess and the Frog was my favorite Disney movie growing up.
That's my favorite Disney movie.
And I love the soundtrack. But most importantly, I liked the background and the characters. And I just, ever since then, I was like, man, I should really start doing art. I think Princess and the Frog came out in like 2009.
Yeah.
So super, super into it. And of course, with my middle school art, it was really bad. Really, really bad. So bad, I would say that it was criminal to produce that level of art.
How old were you?
I was 12, and I started drawing anime. That was like my biggest thing. I was like, oh my gosh.
Do you still watch anime?
Not really.
I've never been able to get into it.
Yeah, when anime was free to watch, right?
Nice.
I watched a lot of it, but now that you have to have like subscription services.
Now that capitalism's real.
I can't really feed into my weeaboo anymore. God, why did I say that
Terrifying
sentence?
Thing
Terrifying
that
thing that I
you
just said. Criminal levels of humor. Humor.
Those
are levels of humor.
Can I clean this off in the water?
Yes, that is the thing. Yes, so I would press it against the bottom of the glass just to get all the extra paint particles out of that brush. And so you can make prettier stuff.
Perfect.
So, like, with the background, you really don't have to worry about what color it is.
Dark blue.
You want dark blue? You want dark
I
blue?
haven't painted anything in so long.
Oh my gosh. When was the last time you painted something?
It had to have been third grade.
Third grade? What was the project?
I don't even remember. I think it was just like, paint your feelings. You know, that's how everyone's art teacher sounded. And yours was like a bloody, grotesque drawing of It was. It was a pride flag on fire. I'm just kidding. And
I'm so gullible, I would have believed it. Oh, God. That's...
No, I don't even remember. My art teacher in middle school...
Would you like more blue?
Horrible woman. I think I'm done with the background.
My middle school teacher, I think she was jaded, though. I think, like, her love of the craft was jaded.
Most middle school teachers are.
Yeah. So, like, she took it out on her students. Will not be name dropping, but we're going to let that dry for a bit. I remember mine. She was actually the first time I ever got a detention. And it was because I was talking, but it actually wasn't because I was talking. It was because I was reacting to something happening around me.
Right.
That was my reasoning.
I think I also have So I had more of an issue with my theater teacher. Because she didn't like the fact that I was doing theater outside of school. And that made her a little bit jealous. You can bring it just an inch closer to you, because I don't want it to not pick up what we're saying. She had a problem with the fact that I was doing theater outside of school.
Okay.
And anyways, I digress. But my art teacher hated me even more because I would talk.
Oh.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a talker.
Yeah. He's a yapper. I am also a talker. I love talking. But
I don't see what the big deal is. Can I not share joy with my classmates?
When I was creating, I was very much locked in. Like, I didn't really talk to anybody while I did it. But I also didn't, like, take it upon myself to start conversations back then. I was a very sad kid.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay. You know?
You are like a punk artist.
I am what most people would consider an alternative artist.
Okay, tell me about that, because I got no clue what's going on with that.
So art education and education in general is very expensive nowadays. So, and like I said, I don't think there's any rules with art, because when you go into art school, let me finish chewing. They teach you foundations, and I think foundations are super, super important to kind of hone your skills and kind of find your style.
Yeah.
With me, I didn't really do that. Yeah. I didn't like being told what my projects were, and I wanted to kind of just do whatever I wanted. Yeah. Do I regret not taking my foundations? Absolutely. So I'll be taking them soon. But for me, my startup was just kind of being completely self-taught, and that very much aligns with the punk genre. So when I moved to Denton, local punk venues were looking for artists, and of course I would introduce myself. I'd be like, hey, I really want to get involved in this project. Yeah. And they would look at me and they'd be like, absolutely. And I would find this completely shocking, because normally they would like require you to have your bachelor's or, I don't know, some legit sense of like, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. They just threw me in there. They're like, have fun.
No proof.
Yeah, no proof of anything. And then I just kind of did it.
Okay. And this is art. Not singing.
This is art. I do sing. Okay. I wasn't very public with my singing skills. Like I said, I was a very deeply insecure person. I still kind of struggle with self-image issues. So being on stage, other than like a comedic theater sense, it was very intimidating for me. Yeah. So while I do consider myself a singer, I never like professionally did it.
Nice. Yeah. I did it in like the theater sense.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And when I started doing it, I don't know, I'll go to that.
No, yeah.
But it's one of those, like, you learn as you go in theater things. And I was like, okay, it's just part of, you know. Yeah. And now I'm an okay singer.
I consider myself to be an okay singer, too. Not formally trained. I was in choir, grade school. But, like, with my theater teacher. And the reason why I'm so closed off about singing in general is because when I was in theater, they didn't really take, you know how they would choose favorites and to develop them. I wasn't the favorite. And I think that was because of my typecasting. I was considered a mom role. Nice. Very maternal, not maternal. And so when they would take time to develop these singers and bring in like a singing coach and everything, they wouldn't take that time. And I was too insecure to kind of bring myself forward and be like, I really want this. So I just kind of like, I regret it. I regret it very deeply. Yeah.
I saw the same thing. Do you think these are dry or no?
They're still shiny. Okay. I would say that, if you wanted to start toying around with it, you can.
Okay.
Do it at your own risk. I'm going to wait just a little bit longer, though.
Okay. I'll wait until you're ready.
Okay.
I went through the same experience with my high school theater teacher.
Good to know. Tragic. But.
She was also my middle school theater teacher, so, but very small town. But it was like a senior thing. Like develop the seniors, let the seniors do this, and this.
Right.
And so I was like, well, fuck that. And I went and started doing community theater. And the community theater still, they were still favorites. Like, I had the same director for every show, and he always picked one of his kids to be one of the leads,
Right.
But I still felt like I was being developed and things like that. Mm-hmm. And with her, it just did not feel that way.
No. God. It's the worst sense of shame when everyone else around you is excelling at something, mm-hmm. and you are just kind of left behind like a scrap art project.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah. But, I mean, you and I both just learned to adapt and figure it out.
Grow through concrete.
Do you want to swap wines?
Sure, okay. Absolutely, yeah.
This is not sponsored by Aldi, but Aldi...
Sponsored by Georgia.
If you would love to sponsor me, at least in the wine sector...
The peach wine is fantastic.
My guest.
I haven't tried the pineapple.
I've always been the pineapple wine fan. I don't know if I've had their peach wine.
Tropica.
I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings after this, and my best friend invited me, and I was like... Yeah, but I'm actually doing like a paint and zip with Sami before, so can you drive me? And he was like, yes. I'm
going to be so thoroughly intoxicated, I cannot be Dubs. I cannot be Dubs sober.
I'm going to need a ride to beat Dubs.
These wings are going to taste fantastic.
I love bottomless appetizers, dude. I wanted to play a drunk character so bad, but we were always doing like Disney shows.
Oh, absolutely.
So there was never the opportunity for like... I also started, not that this cheese is being difficult.
It is so tacky. Like, sticky. Sticky cheese.
So my cheese is tacky. Interesting.
No, sticky cheese. So tacky has two definitions.
I was doing... What are you talking about?
I don't know. Under development in theater.
Yes.
Yes. Drunk character.
Yes.
You wanted to always play a drunk character.
I always wanted to play a drunk character, and I never got the opportunity to because we always did Disney shows. Not that there's anything wrong with Disney shows. We were a children's community theater.
You will not be speaking negatively about that company.
I shan't. I shan't speak at all about that company. But I love them very much.
Very much. Michael.
But my senior year, they started doing like adult theater shows, and like inviting adults to do it, and it was Something Rotten.
Oh, I've heard about that show.
They like had a barrier of entry. It was like you have to be at least like 18 to audition.
That seems
I was
good,
17.
Though. Right on the threshold.
And I walked up to my theater director, who basically helped raise me, and I was like, "Listen to me. You will let me audition for this show." And he was like, "Okay." And I auditioned, and I played Robin, who, if you're unfamiliar with the show, Boy in a Dress.
Boy in a Dress.
But I got to be funny, and at one point I played like a drunk character. But it was a show where I got to be more in the ensemble, which was fun.
Take a risk.
Okay.
I'm just going to be toying with my canvas a little bit too early. I'm just going to see how this goes.
But I got to be the boy in the dress again, and it was fun because I got to play so many different characters.
Right.
And I chose for most of them to be drunk.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's to cope.
Yeah, probably. It was like revenge.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll be doing it.
Oh, I'll be doing this character.
But yeah, there's a scene. The closing show, I threw in a lot of middle fingers too.
Ooh, okay.
Which my director was not very fond of.
Oh, at your director directly?
No, to other characters in the show where it felt... Because there's a lot of like argumentative scenes, especially in the theater troupe portion of the show.
Okay.
And a lot of disagreements, and so I threw up some middle fingers, and at one point my stage manager comes up to me backstage.
That's crazy.
Improv comedy. They don't understand improv comedy in the theater.
No.
And
oh god.
I was and my stage manager goes, "Hey, you have to stop throwing up middle fingers."
Kobe, I know you're really upset.
I was like, fuck you guys, you don't understand comedy at all.
You don't understand my art.
You don't understand my art
I'm
form.
using Meisner techniques.
This is ridiculous.
I'm method acting.
I ought to walk out right now.
I'm entering my flow state.
Genuinely, and they just didn't understand me.
They just didn't.
And I was like, you know what? Whatever, I guess. Okay, fine. But no, yeah, it was such a fun show. There were so many, and I actually have video of this performance.
Oh.
There was one. It was it was my Hail Mary. I always threw a Hail Mary on the last performance of every show.
Okay.
Which, super unprofessional. Don't do that.
I think it's really fun.
But it's so fun.
It's so fun.
And
I remember our cast members doing that.
there was one line in the show where I don't even remember, but I added the word daddy into it.
No,
and it broke everyone on the stage.
Oh, God.
And so there's a video of this performance, and I'll show it to you later. But there's a video of this performance, and I go, something, daddy, and everyone, this is the audience, and we're on stage, and they all go, like trying to hide the fact that they're laughing.
Oh, God.
It was so much fun.
That's unhinged.
I miss doing theater. I should get back into it.
I really miss theater.
Yeah.
I deeply miss theater.
It's fun.
I was never much of an actress too. They didn't really want me on stage. They didn't really want me on stage.
Did you do stage crew ever?
Yes. I was an audio designer for our theater department.
Oh.
And when I say audio designer, it was super amateur stuff.
You were on mics?
I was on mics. I was on the soundboard. I did live sound mixing for
Q
Into
to
the
Q.
Woods. Absolutely.
Into the Woods.
Into the Woods was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But Sondheim is diabolical when he has those characters going on stage and overlapping each other. So you had to memorize mic
So you're
groups,
mixing and you're like
and all
mixing
of your mic
live.
groups are changing.
Yeah.
So it's like Cinderella and like Little Red Riding Hood should not be on the same mic group, and yet they are for the final act. It's so bad. So I'm like, well, we're gonna have 7 different mic groups,
Sondheim?
all with the same like mismatch of 4 different characters, and we're gonna label them based on the scene that they're in, and that's how I survived. It was terrible.
Right.
Oh goodness.
I know that this is a deep subject, but I did get your okay to talk about it.
Yes.
Just so everyone knows. Weight loss and weight loss journeys. I'm on a weight loss journey. You wouldn't know by the amount of meat and cheese I'm shoving into my mouth right now.
Cheese is protein. What are you talking about?
Perfect.
There you go.
Not going to Buffalo Wild Wings after this.
You can be healthy at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I won't.
I love that.
I've always been very vocal. I'm on Zepbound, which is a weight loss drug. I wanted to know more about your weight loss journey and what maybe inspired it and what sparked it and what worked for you and what didn't. Just in case anyone out there is looking to,
do it. Get into
that
it,
stuff,
if you will.
if they're looking to get into it.
Right.
With Kobe Powell.
Start your weight loss journey with him.
That's me.
So I started at 350 pounds.
Okay.
I could have been higher, but the first time I actually had the courage to weigh myself was 350.
Okay.
I was miserable. And the only reason why I started losing weight was because of how miserable I am. Because your motives change the heavier you get, I think. If you are, at your optimal weight, but you gain like 10 pounds, you're like, well, I want to gain 10 pounds for aesthetic reasons. As I got heavier, my aesthetic reasons warped into more of I need to stop being in pain all the time. Mm-hmm. And so my body was causing me physical pain, and that's why I started. At first, the idea was daunting because...
How old were you?
Oh, gosh. Well, so my weight loss journey... I've struggled with weight my entire life. Mm-hmm. Like, my entire life. I was always a big girl. At 12 years old, my mom recruited my friend's mom to be my fitness trainer. Mm-hmm. And I think that while that was a good-hearted idea, it didn't work out the way I wanted because it taught me that food, you should feel shame because of the certain foods you eat. Mm-hmm. And because I was 12, it didn't really click in my head. Yeah. I had a very unhealthy relationship with food, and I developed a binge eating disorder. Mm-hmm. And when I got down to my optimal weight, I still didn't like the way that I looked, and I think that isn't talked about enough, Mm-hmm. So when I was 12, when I lost all the weight, I gained it back again. Because when you feel so much deep shame about just eating, you learn to hide it really well. And so I hid my eating habits until they couldn't be hidden anymore. And then, of course, when I think it was a month before I applied for hospitality. Before I applied for my hospitality position, I felt shame in applying too, because being in Florida, specifically, like the health, I think they're very health oriented down here. And being in a bigger body, it's all
vitamin D and
So like
cool
when I came
vibes,
to Florida,
man.
It was kind of like earth shattering. I started with calorie deficit, so calories in, calories out. That's just, it's basic science. Calories in, calories out. Found out what my maintenance was at 350, and then I subtracted like 100 from it, and that's where I started. And slowly and incrementally, I decided to lower that number the lighter I got. So it depends on like your speed and how you want to do it. Of course, be safe while you're doing it, prioritize protein, all that other stuff, lower carbs. And then I've kind of like got to a point, I plateaued, and I was like, what is happening? Like, I'm not moving. I was stuck at 300, and I was like, what is going on? Well, I was kind of looking at why I felt uncomfortable. Like, there was always this underlying sense of discomfort, and I was like, what's happening? Well, I figured out that when I ate bread, it made me upset. Just stupid upset. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's take a little bit of a deep dive. I don't recommend anybody doing this, but I also noticed other symptoms, like, like red spots on the back of my arms and me developing hives and all this fun stuff. So I cut out bread, and then I was like, I feel a little bit better, but I still don't feel like myself. So I was like, what is in bread? And I was like, oh,
hey, what's in bread?
Yeah, what's in bread? Gluten's in bread. And I was like, oh, that's a fairly common, and people a lot of the time cut out gluten for their weight loss. And while that's not the greatest idea, I was like, let's try that. And I tried it, and I felt a lot better. Now, the silly thing about getting diagnosed for celiacs and gluten, due to the immense lack of research in that field, and just on women's bodies in general, especially with celiacs, the only way to get a positive result for gluten allergy is if you're eating gluten for 6 months prior to that test. Well, since I've already cut out gluten, since I was having such great success from cutting out gluten, I didn't want to get tested, right? I didn't want to eat bread for 6 months, especially with my hospitality position, right? I wanted to be available. And you
already knew that it wasn't serving you at all.
Why go to a doctor? And healthcare is so expensive in the United States, so just, I don't know, figure out what works for your body. And mine was calories in, calories out. It still is. High intensity interval training was something that I started doing, I want to say, further into my weight loss journey, because when you do like high intensity workouts in a bigger body, it takes a toll on you. Like, you can't really run when you're 300 because it hurts your knees. So I got to the point where I was able to like start moving my body in a better way, and get little enough for exercises, little enough for the exercises I wanted, which is cardio and high intensity interval training. That is diabolical.
During what you're talking
about. Right. We'll get into that.
I'm a great host.
Back on gluten allergies.
I'm a perfect host. I'm great at hosting things. I'm great at hosting shows. Shut up. Okay,
We're five.
Okay, go ahead.
So, high intensity interval training, something I did later on. And then right now, with my new hospitality position, I've kind of just, I've just been doing my maintenance, doing my calories, slowing down. Because I lost, God, I'm like 175 right now. I lost like an entire person. I want to say an average person since May of 2024, which is when I first started.
Is that something I can congratulate you on?
Absolutely.
Okay, congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you. And a lot of people don't know whether to congratulate somebody on something because weight loss is such a sensitive subject.
Yeah.
The important part is that you feel good during. You make it a fun activity rather than work out as a punishment.
I'm doing this to, I think a lot of the things, because it's not just me who's kind of, not to sound like a martyr, but taking control of their body. In my family, obesity is something that has riddled my entire family for generations, you know? And my family is also starting to take. I mean, my mom. I think I've talked about it before. My mom, she has. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, Mom. She has a TikTok account. Yes, where she chronicles her weight loss.
I love that.
And I refuse to watch it. But it's out of principle.
It's okay. My mom started before me too.
Yeah,
and way before me.
She was just like, I'm tired. She's just turned 53, I believe.
Oh, congrats. That's such a hard thing to do.
Turn 53.
When you get to a certain age threshold, it gets a lot harder.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know?
She just turned 53, and she's like, listen, this is bullshit, and I'm tired of feeling this way. My mom, that's probably exactly what she said. And she was like, fuck this. Fuck y'all. Let's lose this weight. And so she went on Zepbound. And she's lost a crazy amount of weight in great ways. And she looks fantastic. And that's exactly what she wants. And more importantly, she feels fantastic. And she said that this is the best she's felt in her entire life. I
will say, if weight loss drugs suit you and they're prescribed to you by a doctor and you can't possibly shed the weight without them, and since she is considered to be
and she
above middle-aged, right? I think that weight loss drugs can benefit people a lot, especially in the weight loss territory. I'm
really letting this this paint guide me.
Absolutely.
And I've decided that I'm going to be making a kind of mustard, mayonnaise, and ketchup splot.
It's an abstract piece representing B-dubs later.
Representing B-dubs. Yeah. And the immense responsibility that one carries when choosing a sauce for their wings.
Absolutely. B-dubs sponsor him.
B-dubs, please.
Please.
You don't understand what I go through for you. But yeah, the immense responsibility that one holds inside the B-dubs sanctuary.
What happens at the B-dubs stays at
for
the
sure.
B-dubs.
Yeah. And I've done some unholy things in a B-dubs.
That's for another time.
That's not true.
That's for another time. Yeah.
I got some on the prosciutto. Don't eat the prosciutto.
Subscribe to his Patreon and he'll tell you what happened at
subscribe to the Patreon and I'll give you some paint soaked prosciutto.
Paint soaked prosciutto has such a nice ring to it. Oh, that would have been great if I caught it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's not for you. What if you give me half pineapple wine?
Yeah. Here.
Where's the cap?
Where's the cap? It's on the float.
Oh.
Get on. Ow. So we're going to cut that, right?
No. That's I'm afraid that has to stay in per my morals and principles as a human
it's
being.
Okay. I hit my head on a lot of things. I actually, we'll do a heavy pour. A couple of days ago, I hit my head so hard on a shelving unit that I had done a little cut on my head. So I have a little bump.
That's no bueno.
A little cartoon bump there.
I was concussed at one point last year.
It's a miracle I haven't been concussed.
That was fun. Don't recommend. Not a great experience, but...
What was it? Don't go to sleep until you've been treated for your concussion or something?
I went a couple days, but yeah.
So you went to bed on a concussion?
Oopsies! Yeah, for sure.
I don't condone his behavior.
I went back to work.
Oh, my... yes, hospitality with a concussion is a fun time.
I'm a working man at the end of the day. What can I say? I'm using this shirt that I don't wear ever.
I do that.
Perfect. I saw a lady on TikTok she like paints at weddings, and she uses does that on the dresses that she wears. And everyone got so upset.
It's very performative.
Really? Mm-hmm. I thought it was kind of cool.
I mean, listen, if you're an artist and you want to abuse your clothes, highly condone it.
Abuse your clothes.
Highly condone it.
Yeah.
However, the economy is crashing.
That's true.
People are dying.
Yeah.
I will be keeping my ratty t-shirts as long as I can.
That's true.
Free of acrylic paint. Heck, I'd wear them with acrylic paint on.
I've
worn this. I've worn ratty t-shirts out in public with acrylic paint covering them, and I feel proud about that.
I think you should. Mm-hmm. What do you think makes mayo? I think just the tiniest bit.
Do you want some brown?
Well, I know what actually makes mayo. And that is oil and egg whites.
Oh, I thought
because I did do culinary school.
You did culinary school?
I did do culinary school.
That's fantastic.
That is something that people have said about me. Do you have a tan, perchance?
Do you have a tan? I do have a tan.
I do. Perfect.
So, I don't know if you guys know. This is my Target bag of paint. This is how I transfer all of my paint. If it's outside of the caboodle, I do have a caboodle. My loving mom gave it to me.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Is it cracked? Absolutely. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. So I can make a tan for you.
Do you think your mom's going to watch this?
I don't know if my mom's going to watch it. She's very supportive, though. Nice. Well, now she is. She's very supportive, though.
Love your mom.
Love you, Mom.
I know my mom's watching. I love her. My mom's awesome. Not cooler than your mom. Just kidding, she is.
My mom
She's
is a
cooler
very
than everyone's
wonderful
moms.
woman. Shout out to my mom. Please sponsor
very,
Kobe's
very,
podcast.
Very nice, Mom. Yeah. I love my mom. Can you think of another condiment? Relish. God, what am I doing
Relish.
here?
Relish.
It's kind of an abstract condiment taste. Oh, perfect.
I didn't really
and one
think
more time?
about this.
Nice. On a podcast.
What a nice
on an
sound
audio
sample.
base. That's tan.
So
that's brown. What?
I thought you were about to dip into the brown. I'm like, that is not tan. That is not tan. No, it's okay.
Can you imagine if I was stupid?
So you're not.
Just a little bit of relish, because I actually don't like relish.
I just think you're a very chaotic being, and you would totally dip into the brown paint, being like,
without
tan.
asking? Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, tan. No.
For sure. I'm more of a ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
Absolutely.
You can ask my mother. You imagine we just talk about our moms for the rest of the podcast? God.
I don't think my mom would like that. She's okay.
My mom's awesome.
My mom is a spectacular person, but she hates being the center of attention. Absolutely hates being the center of attention.
Wish I could say the same. I'm just kidding, Mom. I love you.
But my mom is a very humble person, and she hates being the center of attention. Absolutely despises it.
Nice. My mom's a very humble person unless she is given the opportunity to not be humble. Okay. And then she will take that opportunity immediately.
I think she deserves that, though.
And she does. She's awesome. But it can get quite annoying being her favorite child and then having to encounter that.
I've asked my mom that question. I'm like, am I the favorite child? Because I have a younger brother.
I don't have to ask, but yeah.
I just want to see what her reaction is, and every single time she's like, I can't possibly choose. I can't possibly choose.
Right.
But I know.
You're like, girl, you can't possibly choose. Right.
Deep down. Deep.
Right. That's like with my grandmother.
Christian,
I know.
if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
I know who your favorite is, and it's me. I mean, come on. I can't be in a family and not be the favorite child.
Okay, here's your tan. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Okay, I kind of ate that up, though.
Marilyn Monroe, who?
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
You should. Your next role should be Marilyn Monroe.
I look just like her, so yeah,
absolutely.
I'd actually eat that up.
Eat that.
My sweet, sweet sister. I think she knows deep down that I am the favorite. I have far more siblings than I can count.
Okay.
And that is not a statement on the access to healthy sexual arbitraries. I don't know what the word arbitrary means. Contraceptives in the state of South Carolina. It is a testament to my family's kind will and good gestures toward man.
Yeah.
I love all my family members very much. This is my sister. Boop! She looks stupid.
Oh,
this is her when she was a kid. She's 47 now.
47. No, I said that's an age gap.
She's 33. And then that's my beautiful mother. And then that is my baby brother. I don't have a picture of my baby sister. But yeah, with given the age gap, I think you can assume what happened. But you don't say it out loud.
I'm not gonna say it.
Because what if they watch?
What if they watch?
Don't know. They don't know what happens.
What if my future employer watches?
Dude.
Guys,
do you want to talk about the fact that you're moving back to Texas?
Sure. So
Are you excited or no?
I'm nervous. I'm doing it scared. That's what I like to say. I'm doing it scared. And
do it scared.
When I moved to Florida, I did it terrified. Yeah. So I feel like this is a leg up on what I was feeling when I moved to Florida.
Yeah.
Of course, with every action plan, you have to get roots down wherever you're going. So, like job-wise. So, I've landed a new hospitality job.
Whoop whoop!
I know. I've landed 2 new hospitality jobs.
Whoop whoop!
Because
are you gonna have to pick one or no?
No, I can work both. I can do both.
You can do both.
But the main thing that's kind of leading me down there is one, my boyfriend. I love my boyfriend.
Sorry.
And 2. And 2, there is a new game design program happening at UNT.
Okay.
And I'm super excited to join it. Because
University
being a person because being a person of many hats, I can confidently say the game design program.
Nice.
Go ahead. Like the punctuation on the end of that was sick. Excuse me. I can confidently say that the game design program is kind of made for a person like me, because while I have a lot of design skills and like art and digital media, there's also the aspect of like sound design. So I can do game design and learn all of these different elements. I'm also super excited to learn coding. Yeah. When I watch this back, in maybe 2 years, I'm going to regret saying that heavily. But right now, super excited to learn coding. And I feel like that's a very, what's it called? It's a very transferable skill between multiple different positions. So
I would say especially these days.
Especially with these days. And, getting my bachelor's and finishing it out on something that I feel very confidently for, it's going to be really good. It's going to be really good. And I'm also excited to live a college life with my boyfriend. Yeah. Be a kid, be a young adult, because it was
something about it that just, I moved here when I was 18.
The allure,
Yeah. I moved here when I was 18, and I had an experience similar to college, but not quite the 4 years that I should have.
It's just there's so many like-minded people in Denton, Texas. There's so many like-minded people, and I very much align with the fact that you can do anything you want without having an education behind it. Yeah. You can get involved in so many different projects. While I will say foundational skills are super important. Hey, I'm still doing that.
Hey, soft skills for a reason.
Hey, soft skills. Yeah. But getting experience means way more than just getting an education. In my horticulture class, right? Because I'm doing electives right now. She said it is one thing to know everything about a plant in a textbook. It is another thing to actually be able to grow said plant. Yeah. And I think that's very pertinent to what I'm doing right now. It's the study of plants, people who grow them, and the technologies associated with, plant technology.
Yeah, so living with the land type shit.
Arborists. Yeah. So people who cut down trees, people who do pest management. Those guys are involved in horticulture just in a more
transactional.
Yeah. Or the selling of flowers. That's still covered in horticulture.
That's crazy.
Super fun. I got to see a bunch of different greenhouses coming down here. Florida is so fun when you're looking for plants to just kind of gaze at. I've never seen so many buildings with plants in them than when I moved to Florida. I think that's the one thing.
Have you been to the botanical gardens?
I have not been to the botanical gardens. Beautiful. I've been on nature trails to hunt down bugs and stuff, but I've never
Oh, we got plenty of those.
Oh, we got plenty of bugs. She's like, find a lizard for this project. And I said,
say less. How about I go to my backyard?
Yeah, let me go in my backyard, actually. I don't need to go on a nature trail.
Say less.
I found a whole gopher tortoise, you know? He was just kind of chilling out on the main pathway. I said, absolutely. No, the hot prosciutto! Or hot Swiss or whatever. Provolone! Whatever the cheese is. What the cheese, dude?
Yeah. I was gonna let you sit with that.
Yeah, I deserve that.
I was gonna let you sit with that choice.
This is what you get for inviting me on a podcast.
Yeah, and giving you wine.
Giving me wine. Yeah. Well, yeah, I am a lightweight because I don't drink that much.
That's fair. I think I'm much more lightweighted than you.
Are you?
Yeah, I feel flush. B-dubs is gonna be a great time.
I feel flushed. I think you've also drank more than me. I feel.
Are you calling me an alcoholic right now?
Yeah.
I haven't drank in
as a former alcoholic to.
I haven't drank in a couple minutes. So,
dubious alcoholic.
Dubious. I would say I am for sure not an alcoholic. Something an alcoholic would say.
Here we go.
But no, I'm just not. I haven't drank in like weeks.
Yeah.
I was saving up for this.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Wine
Kobe.
is not alcohol.
Wine is not alcohol unless you think of it as alcohol.
Wine is fruit.
Fermented fruit.
Yeah.
And fermented fruit is still good for you.
That's true. Mm-hmm. So in a way, I'm on a diet.
Yeah. Oh my god, you can be on a diet and drink. You just have to a lot for it. You have to prepare for it. You have to hydrate. Hydrate is the biggest thing at the end of the day. That's why I have my little electrolytes over here.
I've got water.
Because alcohol is a diuretic. It makes you pee. So you gotta keep things going. You can't just let it sit because that's what causes bloat.
I think maybe we move on from that conversation.
Right. I am so sorry. Right.
I've decided I'm going to draw faces onto these different condiments.
Okay.
To signify my relationship with them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, relish is going to have to get a big fat not happy face.
Big fat not happy face.
Big fat not happy face.
That's me.
Yeah, I was going to say me in high school. But relish, I'm really sorry, cutie, but it's going to have to be a no. You know?
Really sorry, cutie. That's really good.
Relish is cute, and I really wish that I could enjoy relish.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not for me.
I like a good relish. It's like pickles, right? Pickles is relish?
Yeah, but then it's there's sweet relish, and once we get into sweet pickles, you got me fucked up. I like the salty relish. Once we get into sweet pickles, you've got me 10 types of
So your birthday gift is going to be a big canister of sweet relish.
If you walk up to me on July 4th, 2026, with a large thing of sweet relish, I might murder you. I don't even...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have our easy out.
It's not even an option. It's not going to end well, you know?
Well, I'm going to do it. So you're born on July 4th?
I was born on July 4th.
That's such an interesting
July 4th, 2004.
2004?
I'm a child.
My brother was born in... We're going to cut that.
2010.
I think he was born in 2005. Yes, 2005.
Are you saying you're going to cut it because you don't remember when your brother was born?
I don't. I wasn't close with
I wasn't
my
there
brother.
when my sister was born, so... Sorry, girl. What if I drew a little mustache on her?
January
on that really old
the 8th,
photo.
2005. January the 8th.
My sister's birthday is... Don't know.
Don't know. Got it.
She is 33.
I think my brother's a Capricorn or an Aries. I think he's a Capricorn.
Nice. What are you?
I'm a Libra.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what they mean, but I am a...
Airheaded. Nice. Craves balance.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're talking about me in this situation?
No, talking about me. Nice. I don't know what July 4th falls on, actually.
I am a Cancer.
Aw, my boyfriend's a Cancer.
Nice.
That's right. I know what
Shout out
sign
to...
you are.
What's your boyfriend's name?
Malachi. Dub that over. Yeah, no. His name's Malachi.
She's beautiful. She's enchanting. Shout out Malachi. I'm indifferent when it comes to ketchup. Okay?
Okay.
Ketchup as a means to being on a bratwurst.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has to be with mustard.
Okay, I see
Probably
that.
my one. Ranch.
I love mustard.
Ranch. Big fat smiley face.
You're gonna add some little peppercorns in it?
Mm-mm.
No.
That seems difficult.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I respect that.
And if I am one thing, I'm a man who knows his limits.
Shout out
Look
to
at that
limits.
smiley little...
I love that.
Look at that boy.
Little
is there a
guy.
smaller brush than yes it is, and I can see
Yes, there is.
Ha ha ha!
Dig for your desired brush.
What?
Please dig for your desired brush.
I thought you were making a dick
Powell.
joke.
Please.
Like, excuse me?
No, I'm not vulgar. I am a vulgar person. I'm not vulgar right now.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we were talking about. Siblings and their birthdays.
Siblings and birthdays. We were
I'm really bad with
originally
birthdays.
talking about weight loss journey.
Yes.
Yes.
I started at 200 and... No, sorry. Good God, I wish.
Skinny.
300 and...
Skinny.
333 pounds
333.
is how I started.
I see.
I think I'm down to 322 this morning.
Congrats, dude.
Thank you so much.
Congrats.
No, yeah, it's a blast.
It's a big achievement.
And it's in the past, yeah.
It's a lot.
It's cool.
It's like nobody talks about if you lose weight so quickly, still loving yourself throughout the process. Because, like I said earlier, I didn't love myself when I was finally done with my transformation. But I can confidently say now, I am very much more apt and ready to start loving myself, after I'm done with everything.
Yeah.
And continuing that, right? Because, weight loss, you can get it over with, but you still have to take care of yourself afterwards,
Yeah.
So.
That's true. I am coming to the realization now of, I think a lot of the, what's the word that I'm looking for? Rhetoric is that taking things like Zepbound or Ozempic or Wegovy or any of those weight loss drugs is an easy out. And it's not.
It's really not.
But when I went on the medication, I was under that impression, was that I was like, perfect, I can still eat how I want to, and I'm going to lose all the weight. And recently, I've started coming to the realization of, I've been on this kind of all year so far, and I haven't lost as much weight as I'd like to. And I even went up a dosage. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's because I also have to diet and exercise.
Yes, sir. Diet's 90% of it, though.
Really?
Diet's 90%. You don't have to exercise. I literally, for the first 100 pounds I lost, I didn't move my butt.
Nice.
I did not.
I want to thank you for saying that to me, because I really don't want to move my butt.
No, yeah. Now, if you want to lose a little bit more quickly, minimum 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
And that's how much a human should do daily. And with our hospitality job, I think we do get that in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to start going to the local theme parks and just walking around.
Yes, that is such a good way to do
That sounds like fun to me. But I'll be like laying in my bed and I'll be like, hey, what if I like did it?
Yes.
I think I might be going through a mildly depressive moment in my life right now. But there's no reasoning for it. You know what I mean? I'm just like sad.
You don't need a reason to be depressed. You just feel the way you do,
Yeah.
Like, gosh. And there might be some underlying reason. You just haven't found it yet. And that's when you stop being depressed. Right?
Yeah.
Or, well, at least you cure it for a bit.
Well, because it's like, if I knew why,
You would
I'm a problem solver. Yeah. I am a problem solver. If you give me a problem, I will fix it, okay? If I knew what was wrong with me, I would figure it out. I'm very, like, even when talking to myself, I can rationalize, but it's like, in this situation, I don't know what's wrong, so I don't know what to rationalize and fix.
And that's okay. And the best thing to do is to sit with those feelings for a while.
Yeah.
And that is the hardest part of feeling depressed and trying to cure it, is just sitting for a while and figuring out what the heck's wrong.
Yeah.
You just may never know. And that's okay too, but the most important part is that you just keep on keeping on.
Yeah. And I am keeping on.
That's the strongest thing that a person can do.
Yeah, just keep going.
Just keep going. Like, screw it, right?
Yeah.
Keep going. Do it in spite of the haters. That's how I started out. I was like, you know what? I hate these guys that keep saying that I can't do stuff, so I'm going to keep doing it. You know,
Yeah.
I hate the pity looks. I hate everything that's affiliated with being in a bigger body. And you know what? Well, as wrong as it is, I want to stop that happening. So I'm going to fix what's causing it.
Yeah. And we can cut this if you want, but originally one of your first jobs in hospitality was as a lifeguard, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I could talk about it. Yeah. What do you want to know?
I mean, how did that have any impact on what you're going through weight loss journey wise? Like, did it help? Did it hinder? Did it anything like that?
So with lifeguarding, and I will say being a first responder is the most traumatizing thing that anybody can put themselves through. But to the first responders out there, they do it not for themselves. They do it for other people. And that's like the main thing that I did it for. Yeah. I did it for other people. I wanted to be there to help people. And I wanted to make change. And being in a bigger body, I never thought that I was capable of making change. Yeah. And so when this hospitality job was presented to me, I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. Yeah. That's when I was like, 350 pounds as a lifeguard? You're crazy. Yeah. Oh my God.
Are you joking? Have you ever seen
my
David
mom
Hasselhoff?
can tell you, I was freaking out. I was like, how am I going to... I'm going to fail, and I'm going to be sent back to Texas, right? That was my biggest thing. So you know what? I locked in. I hadn't swam in years before becoming a lifeguard. I was scared of the deep end, right? I got into the water at the local natatorium, and I was swimming with a friend. I love you, Emily. I was swimming with a friend, and I looked down at the deepest end of the pool, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's terrifying. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I'm definitely not going to do this. Yeah. Day of the swim test comes up because I'm not going to throw this opportunity away, right? That was the biggest thing. I'm going to try. And I did a lot of trying. It was very scary. And they have a swim test, and it was literally swimming from one end of the pool to the other end of the pool. Don't stop, right? Yeah. And I did it. Period. At 350 pounds, I did it. Mm-hmm. And from that point on, I was like, I can do hard things. Mm-hmm. So with lifeguarding, the first part of it was developing a sense of self-confidence. Yeah. And the rest kind of followed. Yeah. Guarding at a specific location, which was not at a water park, there was a lot of transformation there. Yeah. Because it was a slow-paced environment. It was very nice. The people there were super sweet. And I was able to kind of develop my self-confidence, kind of like a little baby training, getting my training wheels as a lifeguard. Mm-hmm. And then when I got better at it and I became more confident in my skills, I was offered an opportunity to, be a lifeguard at a water park. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. Yeah. When I tested to be a water park lifeguard, I was 250 pounds. Yeah. 250 pounds. That's still a big girl, right?
That's my goal weight.
That's a big girl. But it was so challenging. And so the morning of, I call my mother and I'm like, Mom, I can't do it. And she goes, yeah, you are. Yeah. You may not be able to do it, but you've been doing it for a year and a half. You signed up for this. Do it. Yeah. And the worst thing you could do is try again if you fail, right? And I said, you know what, Mom, okay. I did it. I passed it. And then I started guarding at a water park. Yeah. During my time at the water parks was kind of tumultuous. I didn't enjoy it as much as I did at my prior water park area. Yeah. Or my lifeguarding area. It was deeply traumatizing for me. Yeah. I will say the environment is a lot more chaotic, which I was very prepared to deal with, but you never know what you're about to deal with until you're actually going through it. Right. I will say that's where majority of my weight slipped off. At my location at the water park, I was doing a minimum of 45,000 steps a day. The average human does 10,000 steps a day. Yeah. So I was doing that every single day for an entire summer.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And of course I was coming home hurt every day. I just couldn't do it. It was a rewarding experience, but I found myself every single time I was about to go into work, I was questioning on is this even really worth it? Because I was looking for growth opportunities. And this is not an area I wanted to grow in. I mean, like, I want to be an artist. What am I doing as a lifeguard, right? It was just to get, you know, I guess a foot in a more professional position. Yeah. So I kind of took a deep look at what I was doing. And in the month of October, I finally said, you know what? I'm done. I'm being treated bad. And I just want to go. So I left. A lot of people, not a lot of people, but like a fair amount of people were like, man, we're really sad to see you go because you were flourishing. I was not flourishing though. Yeah. I moved to my new location and it's been a lot better.
And thank God for that.
Thank God for that. Yeah.
Are you ready to present your art?
Yeah, it's not quite done yet, but...
Mine is for sure the wettest it's ever been, but I'm going to show mine off right now. And that is my amalgamation of condiments and my feeling towards them. So right here in the bottom right, you have ketchup. Now, ketchup is... When we're talking about fries, okay, or wings or anything like that, ketchup is never my go-to. And I want that on the air. Ketchup is not holy. Ketchup should never be sponsored by anything. Heinz, you are the devil. This ketchup, it's neutral. It has the straight, kind of face. But I do like it when it's paired with mustard. Okay, and mustard, it's got like kind of the straight, but it's a little smirked, right? I love a bratwurst hot dog.
Yes.
Best thing ever. With some mustard and ketchup and some mayo. Obviously, okay, we'll get to mayo. Shut up, guys. Calm down. In the bottom right, you have relish. Fuck relish. Okay? Fuck relish. Disgusting. Sweet pickles should not exist. If you make sweet pickles, you're going to hell. In the top left corner is going to be mayonnaise. Okay? Now, mayonnaise, as you can see, I'm shocked when things have mayonnaise in them. When I found out that deviled eggs were egg yolks blended up with mayonnaise, what the fuck? Why? When I found out how mayonnaise was made, egg whites blended with oil. What the fuck? Why? Doesn't make any sense. I find out something has mayonnaise in it that's not advertised as having mayonnaise in it. That's how I react. And then, of course, in the top right corner is my favorite, and that's going to be ranch. Okay? Ranch on a chicken wing.
Ranch is fantastic.
Ranch in my mouth. Ranch all around my mouth. Ranch everywhere. Okay? It has a smiley face, and per your recommendation, has peppercorns everywhere. Yep. Okay? That is my piece of art, and I actually am not taking notes at this time.
Here's mine. It's not done yet. It's a person with a flower head. I'm adding some flowers at the bottom because the neck kind of looks like a sausage. This is the artistic process that I constantly go through. We got a little ombre background. I decided to add orange and red because they complement purple and blue. I'm also not taking notes at this time.
Can I see it again?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Background took a while to kind of fully dry, but you know what?
It's we did go heavy in the beginning.
We prospered.
We
prospered. We came, we saw, and we painted.
We kicked some ass, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the Ghostbusters.
Shout out to Ghostbusters.
Should this be the thumbnail?
This should be the thumbnail.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
I love you so much, and yeah. All right, to close out the shows, obviously, I have been leaving you with a talking point to have conversations with the people in your life. The discussion I want you to have this week is, what's your biggest hot take? What's an opinion that you have that 10,001 people disagree with? And that's your discussion. So be well, have a great life, and painting and sipping and painting whenever you're sipping wine is a lot of fun. And I think you should do that with people that you love as well. Goodbye. Ta-ta.